So here I am taking 3 routers for ACL. First we'll do access control least lab, that is standard ACL, then we'll move to the extended ACL. So here I have taken 3 routers and 3 access switches, and access switches are connected to multiple hosts. And the connectivity, before the connectivity, this router makes sure we need a 3 interfaces. So for that we'll take socket, that is it. Then we'll turn it on. So here you can check how many interfaces faster than 0 by 0, 0 by 1, 1 by 0, 1 by 1. And here we have 2 interfaces for it. So now connectivity. After then we will connect host also. Host connectivity. So now IP assigning, and for this interface we'll take, this is the LAN interface 192.168.10.1 is a gateway, and here we'll take 192.168.20.1, and this is a gateway for LAN users, and 192.168.30.1, and this is a LAN interface for host. And here we'll take as well as 1.1.1, 11.1.1.1, and here we'll have the IP address as usual 11.1.1.2, and here we'll take IP address 12.1.1.1/24, and here we'll take 12.1.1.2 and /24. So we'll configure it now. Before the configuration, we'll give the host IP addresses first. This host IP address is 192.168.10.10. We'll assign 10.10, and gateway is 192.168.1.1, and here it's a 20 IP address. So 20, and gateway is 192.168.1.1 address for this, and this host is 30. Same thing. So 30, and here this user is 20.10.10, and set 20.20, and set 20.30, 20.20, and 10. With configuration 30. So now move to these LAN users and set 30.10, and gateway. IP address 30.20, and we'll give the IP address of this host 20, and gateway is 10. One final PC, and this is 30, and IP address for this user is And now we have given the assign the IP addresses to statically. So it will be take time statically when we are giving. So that is the reason we have a DSC option. So our next topic is DSC. We'll discuss next. So it will be take time. That is the reason we have to assign the IP address dynamically. Dynamic host configuration protocol. That is the DSCP. Config T, configuration terminal, and first we'll give the assign the LAN interfaces. Interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1. IP address of LAN is 192.168.10.1. This is a gateway for the host and no shutdown. And exit from here. Interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0. And IP address is here 11.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0 is subnet mask and no shutdown. And exit from here and done. And next is middle router. It's a R1 router. We'll change some names also for understanding purpose. R1 router. And this one is our router 2, and this one is our router 3. For this interface we have a 3 interfaces. Make sure how you are configuring now and enable interface fast Ethernet. So before that, configuration terminal, interface fast Ethernet. First we'll configure LAN interface fast Ethernet 1 by 0. IP address is here 192.168.20.1 and 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. Make it has no shutdown and exit from here and interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 and IP address is here 11.1.1.2 and subnet mask 255.255.0 and no shutdown and exit from here and interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and IP addresses for that 12.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0 and make it no shutdown and exit from here and done. The entire configuration will configure R3. Now first we'll configure LAN interface for this router. Enable privilege to global config, global to interface mode, interface fast Ethernet 0 by which interface? 0 by 1 and IP address for that 192.168.30.1 is LAN segment and no shutdown. Exit from here and IP address of before that we have to take interface, make sure 0 by 0 and IP address for that 12.1.1.1 and 255.255.0 and no shutdown. Done. What happened? Duplicate because here what we configured same IP address we configured here. That is the reason it is duplicate address it is showing. So make sure whenever you are configuring it will be give the error. So what we did error, it's a 2 12.1.1.2. So show IP interface brief. Here you can check and here also the interfaces we configured. So two side we got error. So IP interface brief 12 and 1. This here also you can take and show IP interface brief. So make sure in reachability is LAN to LAN. So for that we have to use some routing protocols. So here we'll do some, you will use some dynamic routing protocol. As usual, we'll use here OSPF simply. So config terminal interface. So not interface level we configure. We'll configure router levels. Router OSPF and process ID 10 and we'll advertise the network that is directly connected 11.1.1. 0 and wildcard mask 0.0.0.255 and area is 0 and LAN interface LAN network 192.168.10.0 and wildcard mask 0.0.0.255 and area is 0 and exit from here and do right. Here we have to advertise three networks, config terminal and router OSPF 10 and subnet is must match subnet. So we'll use same subnet for neighborship configuration part. This is subnet to 0.0.0.255 and wildcard mask and area is 0. Area also must match. So then only neighborship will form. Wait for some time, it will be neighborship will be formed. And while mask 250, yes, neighborship came. In between, neighborship is formed. R1 to R2 and area is 0. And network LAN network is 192.168.20.0 wildcard mask 0.0.255 and area is 0. And we done and config terminal interface fast Ethernet 0. We configured the interface level and router OSPF 10 and network 12.1.1.0 and 0.0.0.255 and area is 0 and network 192.168.30.0 and 0.0.0.255 and area is 0. Neighborship came up. So entire process is done. So we'll check show IP route OSPF. Check the OSPF routing table. Yes, we are getting 10, 20 and 30. So 10 and 20. We'll check routing table. So IP route. Yes, we are getting the prefixes 10 and 20. It's locally advertised. We'll check here. Make sure reachability whenever we are configuring the ACLs. Before that, show route OSPF. So two routes we are getting. Yes. So here we'll check show IP route OSPF. Yes, we are getting two routes and make sure ping will be work. We have to do the ping also, ping test also. Before that, we'll check the global routing. So show IP route. So 1020. 10 prefix and 20 prefix we are getting. Yes. Now do the ping. 192.168.20.10. Yes, we can able to ping and 30.10. Yes, we are pinging and 20. So entire series we are pinging. So now what we'll do, we'll deny the entire subnet of this. So these users, which users? The 10 users. They will not communicate to this one. Otherwise, what we'll do? We'll deny for this host. He will not communicate to him. And this user will not communicate to him. Apart from that, he can communicate to him. This will be deny and this will be deny. And this one will be permit. Apart from that, this entire network will deny. So will deny entire network. Only one permit. Apart from that, this both can be easily they can communicate. This both will be they can communicate. 30 to 10, no need to do anything. This is a standard ACL. Standard ACL, what we'll do, we'll create some rules here. So this user, here only two users for that. This user is deny and this user also deny. These two users, 10 to 20, 10 10 to 2010 and 10 20 to 2020 and 30 entire network will be not clear. Understood? We'll create the rules. Any doubts in that rules? It will be work fine and here it will be denied and this will be denied. It will be work fine and this entire will be denied to this network. Got it? The task you understood or not? What is the task here? So for that, first statement is deny statement and second statement deny statement and so this is the permit statement. This one is the permit statement. Okay, and third one is the deny statement. So how many denies here we have to create? First, second, and third. Three deny statements and one permit statement. And implicit deny we have to allow. So three deny statements. After them, will permit entire traffic. So three statements we have to do. So for that, I'll select. So which one is the transit router? Here, transit router means so common router. Here we have to select first which one is the common here. So in between, we call it that router as a common router. We call it as a where we have to create ACLs. That router we call it as transit router. So anyone can guess which one is the common router in between? So where should I have to create the policies? In which router? R1 or R2 or R3? So only one router I have to create these policies. ACL policies I have to create. These rules I have to create. Tell me guys. Just guess any router. Guess it. I'm audible.
Two?
Sorry.
Maybe R2?
Yeah. Because common router in between only we have to see, we can see here that is R2. So entire thing we have to deny statement we have to do here. That is the reason it is a transit router. So I'll select R2. So config terminal. First statement is here. Before that, we have to take access control list and give the question mark. We discuss here 1 to 99, that is standard range. This is a standard range group and 100 to 199. So in packet tracer, named ACL, we cannot do it. Only here we can use here only numbered ACL only we can apply it. So packet tracer doesn't support the named ACLs. So for standard ACL, first lab is standard ACL. For that we have to take. So 20 I am taking here. Group number is 20. In between we have to take 19 and also you can take it. No issue. So 20. The question mark and what statement I have to give specific. So reject I have to use forward for permit for forward and reject for the. So I don't want this traffic. First statement is here. Deny traffic to him. So here. So give the question mark. So first deny, right? So then address of which IP address we have to match. So here we have to match 192, 168, 10 dot 10, 20 dot 10, 10 dot 10. This is the destination IP address we have to match. And for that, any wildcard mask, if you are using wildcard mask, then okay. If you are not, wildcard mask means entire, for this is a single host, right? Single host means entire prefixes will be matched. Entire network should be matched. Entire host bits, sorry, host bits should be matched. So for that, 0.0.0.0 I have to take. Okay, this is a statement I have to create likewise. This is a one type of statement we can create here, and another statement also, another type also we can create. I'll show you next statement. For this is the first statement ours, and router to enter, and this is first statement is done. So second statement is here. This won't will not communicate to this one. Access control list 20 and deny. So what? And a single host. Which host? Here, match IP address 192, 168. So wait for a while. So 20, so 10 dot 20, and so single host. Apart from that, the entire network it will be matched. Actually, the entire network it will be matched. So for him he can communicate it. These networks cannot communicate to them. Basically, in standard ACL, we cannot apply for only for one users. At destination, we cannot apply, only sources we can apply. For source, this is the source, can deny to entire network, whichever destination is there, we can deny the entire destination, but we cannot enter individual destination. We cannot deny individual destination. Only single source. That is what we discuss in theory. We can deny or allow. We can deny or allow a network, host or subnet. We can allow or deny a network, host or subnet. But in extended ACL, we can deny or allow network, host, single host also we can here. Single host we can allow or deny. In extended ACL only it is possible. In standard ACL it won't possible. That is what I am trying to explain it. That is what we proved. Now you got it or not? That is the reason. I'll explain likewise. Okay, we'll get more. This is our second statement. We deny the entire host. For a single host, source IP address is single host and deny entire network. So this is second statement. And third statement is here. So this entire network we have to deny. This entire network, entire network, to this entire network we can deny. We have to deny. So for that, access control list 20. Make sure the group list is matched everywhere. And deny what we have to deny? Entire network. So match 192.168.30.0 and wildcard mask of this 0.0.0.255. Entire host will be comes under this. So for access control list in standard ACL, we can deny the entire network also. And if you want to deny for single host, so that is not possible in standard ACL. So now ACL part done. So for that, we have to use implicit deny. If you are not using implicit deny, so entire traffic will be denied. So before that, we'll apply also. If you want, we'll apply this where we have to apply interface fast Ethernet. So it is coming from outside and this also coming from outside. So this receiving. So whenever he is trying to give the reply, that is outbound direction. For them, this is the inside. For him, it is a outside. So we have to use outside direction. This is the inside direction. So traffic is likewise. And whenever the moving out, this is the outside direction. So this is the out again, out, outbound, and this is the inbound, inbound. So make sure where you have to apply this, which interface you are applying. So that is required inbound or outbound. So IP access control group and we have to take group number is what we taken here. 20 is group number and so outbound direction, outside. Before that, hit enter will continuous ping will do continuous ping. So 20.10 minus T. Make sure he'll ping. We haven't applied that policy till, right? So as it's continuous pinging, and this one also make sure he will also ping minus T 192.168.20.20 and this one is any IP address you can keep ping minus T 192.168.20.10 or 30 address. It will be make sure it will be ping. And this is the entire network we have to ping. So it will be entire network will be denied minus T and 192.168.20.10. It's pinging now. Now in our statement, it will be permit to this network. So it will be work and but here it won't work. So in this case, it won't work and it will be not work and this will be work. It will be work. So we'll do the ping for 20 ping 192.168 10.10 continuous ping. It's pinging. Now we'll apply the policy. The statement will apply. So now check. We applied and do right. Now check it. Earlier, this PC is pinging. Now packet drops. Request timeout. And here also, now request timeout. But he will ping. Yes, he can. So he is not pinging because of the reason behind is this one also will be not ping. I think so. Yes, it is pinging. It is a destination host is unreachable. Make sure this one also. We're trying from here. Because of what we haven't applied is implicit deny 10.20. If one this destination host is unreachable because here we have not used one statement. So do show here we have to use here it is matching. Entire thing is denying. Matching. So here entire thing matching here denying. So that is the reason every traffic is denying. So make sure we have to apply one more statement that is access control list 20. So permit any source and any source we have to permit it after then. So as we discussed in theory, so top to bottom it will be check. So any statement is permit statement is then it will permit. Otherwise, whatever the bottom statement is there, it will be applied that statement automatically. It will be checked one by one statement where it will be applied. Now you can check. Here it is matching. No. So so here you can check. So access control list. This is a deny statements. This host and this one is a host, and these are the networks. So which statement it is matching actually? So guys, so here what we did a mistake, troubleshoot it. So here you can check the running configuration. So running configuration. So we'll verify it. So whenever you are taking the interface out, that should be match which interface you are applying. That make sure that is LAN side. If you are using the entire traffic for him, so LAN side. If the same statement, if you are giving in for him, so instead of out, you can give the in. So inbound, then it will be applied for him also, them also. They cannot able to communicate to other routers. So the traffic won't go. It will be dropped from here only. So deny statement we applied. So that is the reason. So make sure you have to take the correct interface. So here interface enable, make sure our entire configuration is on interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 and IP address for that 12.1.1.2 and 255.255.0 and no shutdown. So make sure which interface you are applying. Show running configuration. We just will remove this interface because we did mistake here. We no need to apply this interface access control list. So copy and we'll enter that interface config T and interface fast Ethernet on which interface, yeah, we applied earlier 0 by 0. No, here we don't want to apply this. So paste. No. So same thing we have to apply. So continuous ping is happen on our, yes, it is continuous ping is working. So same thing. So make sure it will be denied. So make sure which interface you are taking. So make sure inbound or outbound. That will be must have to know. So same thing will apply here. Paste here. So IP access group 20 outside direction. So now you can check. Definitely it will be work. So you can check here. Destination host is unreachable. And this one also destination host is unreachable. These two statements are working. This one and this one. Now this statements is also working. We are not applying. This is a permit statement. And this one is the entire deny statement. But from this source to this destination, it will be work. It will be work fine. And this source to this destination, it will be denied. So we applied here. You can check here. It's working. So 192.168.10.10. It is working fine. And but here we are getting reply from here. Earlier, what ping is happening? 192.168.20.10. This is the ping happened. 20.10. So we cannot permit it. So for verification part, just go through here, which access control list. So this is the troubleshooting command. So here you can check. This is matching. This many matching, it will be working. Permit statements and deny statement it is. This is all about standard ACL. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll stop the recording.